That's never good. Never good. Quick, go and spend them in the jukebox.
I'm already following it. I won't be on YouTube. Really? Why did they do that? Because you've now got over 1,000 subscribers. Not what's on your mind. What's his name called again? Search for... I don't know how. Can you get back to that? What's the fans on? Yeah. He gets so warm. Mine's the one directly in front of the train. Happening now. You must be checking. I've got 2 people. So you've got 2 people.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's very good. Yeah, wait a second. Don't go and stand too close.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the ABM Skittles League at the Hithercroft Wallingford Sports Park. Wallingford in Oxfordshire, the home of live Skittles. We have another Division 1 clash for you. The lads' night out are hosting the Royal Albrites. The 2 captains engaging in some delicate banter as they chalk up the team names. Let's just have a listen in to the captain's banter.
Banter is just a bit of like chats, like post-dinner chat.
Looking forward to the game this evening, Jeremy?
Of course, always looking forward to it.
Are you
It's the highlight of my day.
Any predictions?
Yes, one team will win unless we draw.
Excellent.
We never draw, of course. No, almost never. We've done about 2 draws in our entire history.
We drew the first 3 of the season. Yeah.
So there we go. Both being very tight-lipped, not letting anything slip. I'll just walk you through the teams for the Royal Albrites. Sandra is leading out, followed by Heather, Skippy, Stu, Hoz and Jezza. For the lads not out, it's Simon, then Albert, Martin, Matt, Brian and Alan. It's the toss, the live toss. Jeremy has tossed, Alan's calling
Tails, please.
It's heads.
The heads. There you go. Standard position on the toss.
You can start, Alan.
We can start, all right.
Yes. Good luck.
There we go.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
A very friendly handshake there from the captains. We can start, and I believe you've put me into bats.
Yeah. First up, that's the name on the team sheet.
Hand that to you, sir.
I'm not going to hold it. Let's lay it upon the table. We've got any viewers tonight?
Thousands.
I don't know about the same It's a good start of the team. How are we doing here then? We're doing pounds wise. Pounds? Yeah. It's maybe someone else is making money. There we go. That's all it's really about. It's the money, isn't it? It's the money. Let's see what Neves can do. It's had a ropey last couple of games, it has to be said. Off his normal 28-pin form. Oh, that's a lovely one. Oh!
Well, I'll take that last ball, ladies and gentlemen. I'll take that as a start there. That was
that's what you want, isn't it?
after a rather unfortunate first ball. Decided to risk moving away from my comfort zone, which is against the radiator, which is the right-hand side. Now then, Sandra D for the Albrites. Oh, top on a cheeky 3. Cleared out the back row there. Now then, what can she do with the final ball? On the Left-handed Sandra unfortunately finds the gap. That's Kippen Lads Night Out a 5-pin advantage after the first from each team have thrown. Sticker-upper this evening is Ben Titchener, doing sterling work down the end there. Future Olympic swimmer in our midst, so this is part of his training regime. Up now for the lads, it's Albert Hansel. Second outing in just a few days, and more floral wear for Albert. He's rocking a floral top. Excellent first ball. Now he's going to be looking to the left of the alley as you look at it, our right. No, I was completely wrong. He's decided to take the outlier, an unconventional second ball there. Now then, is he going for the big finish? It's looking good. Oh, a little too straight, but still, solid start from Albert there. Solid start. Albert, controversial second shot choice there with the outlier.
I'm not going to say it was my first choice of pin to aim for, but you know, I hit it, so
it's worked out in the end. That's the main thing. That's the main thing. Next up for the Albrites, it's Heather. Strode purposefully up to the throw line. It's a nice first ball. She's left the sort of zigzag pattern here, although the kingpin is still showing a nice angle, and she looks like she's found it. Oh, that was very unfortunate not to take at least one more out with it on the side nearest to the camera. She's got to carry on that side, surely. Oh, it's unfortunate. Just pulled it. Well-deserved little round of applause from her opponents for that second shot there. Nine pins to the Albrites. 14 to the Lads Night Out after 2 have thrown for each side. Martin Huff now steps up for the lads. Left-handed player, big backswing. He's left the same lie as Heather did in that last throw. Now then, he's done the Hansel and taken the outlier. Swap of sides for the left-hander. Oh, that's unfortunately too straight. Just too straight out the hand. 5 scored. Still avoids a fine. The Lads Night Out team penalise you if you score 4 or fewer with a 20 pence fine, but so far we're fine free. 19 pins after 3 have thrown for the lads. 9 after 2 for the Royal Albrites. Skippy in at number 3 needs a 10 to draw things level. He's not rushing the oche, taking his time there. A few paces back, composes himself. Let's fly. I think he'll be feeling hard done by there by just the 2. Again, I think he'll feel shortchanged by that. I think that's 2 shots he'll be feeling he's done nothing wrong. Now then, Kingpin's hit. And again, I feel he'll be disappointed that that only ended up with 6. 15 now. 4 pins behind after the first 3 have thrown for each team. Next up now is Matt. Matt, the hero of the last game, with 40 pins scored, including a 13 spare and followed by immediately by 9. Now, will he be bearing this crown under pressure, or will he be relaxed into it? Well, it's certainly a strong start, not showing signs of any nerves. Oh, just took one out here. Kingpin is still available here. Ah, he's pulled that. Never mind, 5 scored. "24 pins, lads' night out, after 4 have thrown for them. 15 for the Albrites after 3. Stu up next. Needs to pull back some of these pins. Nice, found the gap on the first one. Looks like he's going to try this shot again, just aiming for an angle on that Kingpin. That's lovely, that's exactly what he was aiming for. He did the right thing in holding his nerve. Now then. Central in the alley. Has he got it? Oh, close. That's a strong finish. A great 8 there. He's done brilliantly well to bring them to with only a point. After 4 have thrown, it's 23 to the Royal Albrites, 24 to Lads Night Out. Lads Night Out with the honour. It's Brian Archer up next. He downs his pint, hoiks up his trousers, strides to the throw line. Thank you, Martin, for the commentator's beer there. Just lubricate the throat. A lot of spin in that shot. One could say too much spin.
Slightly finding our feet, I think, although that's a tremendous shot.
I think we'd call that a good recovery shot.
He's
Without
always
the spin.
ever reliable.
Well, you say that, but he does like to try a heavy spin with his first ball, and then regrets it.
He's got that. Oh, so close. How many is that, right?
I never knew how much spin Brian gets with his balls.
4.
5? 5? I never knew how much spin you get with it. Too much?
Too much, yeah. That was too much.
How do you do it?
Flick of the wrist.
Was there too much wrist action there, Brian?
Far too much wrist action. I feel as I'm coming in from the cold, literally.
It is. We have to say it's been a very cold evening outside. Most of us have walked in, and if you've not kept your wrist warm, it would be tricky.
I need to put my wrist somewhere to warm it up. Where could I put that?
The radiator. It's Hoz now up for Royal Albrites. Is it Hoz or is it Hoss? Although that was a character from Bonanza, so probably not Hoss. Oh, a really strong king hit, but it sort of flew through the gap. Only 2 scored now. He's gonna feel hard done by, I think. Oh dear. That's the leg gone, barring some sort of miracle. Only 2 scored for Hoz. 25 to 29. 4 pin advantage, plus these to play for Alan.
Here we go.
Mr. Big Hands, the skipper's favourite t-shirt. The lucky t-shirt has made an appearance. The knitwear has been stripped off. The left-handed skipper looking to seal the deal on the first leg. Lovely first shot. A little bit spread out there, but he's got some angles to work with the quarter pin. On the left as you look at it, our right. And he's gone for it. Oh, just squeaked a little bit to the side. Could do with at least another 3 here just to really put some pressure on the opposition. Oh, he went for the same shot, but
Same again.
unlike the opposition, it didn't work out for him. 4 scored for Alan. A fine leg there, and by fine leg I mean a leg that resulted in a fine. 33 pins to 25. 9 required from Jeremy. He's had a look at the scoreboard. He knows exactly what he needs. Can he pull it off? First ball.
Falling asleep here.
It's a good strike on the king. Now he's working on this cluster on the right as you look at it.
It's 6 frames all.
Very straight with that angle. It's going to be tough for a 9 for this one, to be honest. But he'll get a well-deserved round of applause for an 8. Has he got it? Oh, it just curled away. 7 was still good. They fought back certainly proudly there. 32 pins to 33. Lads not out to take the win in the first leg, 2 points to 0. Royal Albrites will be kicking off. We'd just like to a shout out. We've got some viewers who've asked for a name check, which we're happy to do. Matt Stone, the car sales genius. Hopefully you're joining us and enjoying the Skittles here. Lottie Surtees, Tug of War champions 1991, the Islip Young Farmers Club. Yes. Are they all watching?
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt. How many in a Tug of War team?
There were about 8 of us.
8?
And in fact, I will say we weren't the champions.
Okay, so 8. If there are 8, if all 8 of the Tug of War team are watching, that will increase our viewership by 7.
They're definitely not watching it.
Brilliant. Yes, don't forget, if you'd like a shout out, just give us a comment on the Facebook group. We unfortunately can't read the comments during the match because none of these buggers will let me use their phone. My phone is down the other end, just behind Ben's shoulder now. Anyway, back to the action. Sandra scored a 6 there. I'm off to see if I can do something even approaching the 8 of last time.
Well, we're a little bit fortunate in that last leg, I think. It's a squeak. Cheeky single pin win. Although Newton led us out fantastically, so let's see what he can do this time. Drawn a blank first ball there. There we are. Fortunate just to take the 4 pins. Oh, exactly the same shot as I had and failed to strike twice. Yeah. Oh, he found the gap as well. Those gaps are easy.
He always handicapped us.
Oh, and I'll have to owe the pot because I've got no change. I haven't even anteed up yet. Yeah. Oh dear. Well, the excitement of the 8. Oops. The excitement of the 8 has now been wiped away. Now then, let's see if Heather can take advantage.
Decided they wanted to start
Let's do this.
Thank you. Wow. Second ball. Oh, that's looking good. Yes, very good. Heather and Sandra putting the lads not out firmly on the back foot there with that great scores. The moment after 2 for Royal Albrites is 14. After 1 for the lads, it's 4. The young Albert requires a big score here to put some pressure back on. Now then. Oh, now then. Come on, Albert.
Is the alarm going off again? There we go.
Wow. Another 4. It's not looking good. $8 points to 14. Skippy for the Royal Albrites, looking to further punish the lads now. Now then, Kingpin is still there. What a beautiful shot. Just gently bulldoze them all down. Now then. This would really seal it. It slipped out of his hand, but that's a very strong end. Well-deserved round of applause from the crowd. 22 pins now for the Albrites to 8 after 2 for the lads not out. Martin needs to bring something to the table here.
I'm calling it now. I think we may have lost this leg.
Well, you know, if Martin, Matt and Brian and Alan both all under par in the first leg, maybe it's now their time to shine. Albert and I were tired. You now have all of it in the tank.
We'll see how it goes.
Martin now. Rangy left hand.
The pride of Shropshire.
Lovely backswing, although the belt line a little low for our tastes. He's almost millennial. And he can wear those trousers as low as he likes if he bowls like that. Now then. Has he got it? Not quite. Half a ball without. Another appreciative round of applause from the crowd. 8 scored. Matches Skippy there. Keeps Lads Night Out within spitting distance. 16 pins, plays 22 after the first 3 have thrown. Up next, number 4 for the Albrites, it's Stu. Coming off a really strong 8 in his first leg. It's a very strong first shot, almost got that pin for an 8 with 1 ball there, but he's, a 7. He's bowled a 6. He's taken it out anyway, that'll teach it. He has a 9 on here. Has he got it? Oh, it just straightened up. Not enough angle, but that's an excellent 8. 2 8s on the fly from Stu. So, 30 pins now scored for the Albrites after 4, 16 after 3. It's Matt Wright. Only a 5, a disappointing 5 for him in the first leg. Is he still tired from his mammoth 40 pin score last week? Can he pull some of that magic back out of the bag? Oh, now there was nothing wrong with that. Incredulous sounds from his teammates because it flew across the top rather than taking pins out with it. He's cross now. He needs to just calm down. So much of Skittles is about emotion management. Yeah, he's let that run away with him. It's a miss. A little quip from the captain, I don't know if you heard, he said, "It's all right, Brian, the pressure's off me," after he apologised to the captain. 18 pins, plays 30. It's pretty much all over. Now, Holes for the Albrites, whiskered past that Kingpin. He's going to swap sides. He looks like he's determined for a big shot. Again, power, but accuracy just deserting him. Kingpin still available. Yes, he took that. He was after that. 7 scored. So, 37 pins for the Albrites after 5, 18 after 4. Brian now, the number 5 man for Lads Night Out, only 19 required to draw us level. bit of banter with Jeremy there, the opposition captain. More spin from Brian. That's what you say every time, Brian. You say no more spin, but he always likes a spin on the first one. And then he always comes up with a great straight, unspinny second shot. So it's just his little tick, his little style. Oh! Great score. Unfortunately, thanks to the rest of the team, that's not really going to help us. 26 to 37, 11 pins behind, plus whatever Jeremy can lay down. A shout out there to Amy and Dave. Amy and Dave, they're making up the crowd at the club. We might have a word with them later. Meanwhile, Jeremy quietly just working for his personal averages. Chance for a clearance here. He'll take that after his 7 in the first. And he's done it. That's a fantastic leg for the Albrites. 6, 8, 8, 8, 7, 9, 46. 20 pins, the advantage. Alan needs a 20 spare for the draw. Some banter, as they know it's pretty much impossible, but that's it now. The double clearance is out. That's a lovely strike. An 8 would be a lovely consolation. After coming from a 4 in his first leg, Alan would be after the 8. Can he do it? Oh, very close. A solid 6. So next up it's the beer leg. The tradition in this league is for the third leg. If you beat your opponent, they buy you a beer. If they beat you, you buy them a beer. If it's a draw, it's rolled over to the next leg until somebody clearly deserves a beer. So I'm up first against Sandra. Back shortly. Over to Alan.
There's not much to say, is there, here at the moment? We're just burbling along in our mid-30s ways. We've enraged the beast for all Albrites. Massive 46 leg there. Oh, it's a good start. Oh, it's been unfortunate there to only get 4. A little bit unlucky there. I thought that's basically nothing wrong. Still, it's a good start. It's a good start on a beer leg. Same ball again. There you go. Great stuff. Now, I don't think he'll fancy this as a right-hander, will he? He doesn't like that down that edge. But let's see. He's going to have a go. Just stab the one there, eh? Top stuff.
Well, I'll take that after the 4 in the previous leg, that's for sure. Never sure what to do when you have those 2 pins on your left as you look at it. My right, as a right-hander, if I go across the angle, I'll only clip 1, and as it turned out, I went the other way and clipped 1. Now then, Sandra needs an 8 for gets me to buy her a drink. 7 to roll it over to the next leg. She's coming off a 3, but then a 6, so she's increasing. 2 with that one. Kingpin's still there for the taking. Now Now she's cleared out the middle, so there is an 8 on here, but she's left-handed, so she's staying close to the right of the alley as you look at it. As she pulled this, she's drawn it. First leg is rolled over, 7. Oh, is there one behind? Oh, is there one behind? I do apologise. I didn't see that one behind. I thought she'd got a 7. Oh.
A little bit unfortunate.
I was sitting in the commentator's position. It was absolutely, for once, it was stuck up absolutely level. I'll just go and accept my beer from Sandra. Delightful Sandra, ever the sports person, straight up. Now then, Albert from the lads. Oh, he's just squeaked past it. 5 scored.
It's just one of those
Now then, Heather is up next.
That's all.
It's also Division 2.
Yeah, it's just another table, that's it. I don't know. I just, you know.
Is that the latest one?
This is the latest one, yeah.
So, the Royal Albrites currently sitting second in Division 1 for the ABM League with 71 points. 8 behind the Gutternutters. Lads Night Out have just clawed their way out of the relegation zone. They're on 59 points. Beneath them it's Big Uns with 55 and Nick is on 49. So,
it's a draw.
Lads Night Out looking to try and climb further. The Royal Albrites will be very keen to take some points off the Gutternutters and vying for that lead. Now then, Heather has rolled over her beer leg with young Albert. 12 pins currently for Lads Night Out after 2, 11 for the Royal Albrights after 2. Martin now for the lads. Big backswing for the left-hander, just took one with that one. That was a bit unfortunate. We've been rickrolled on the jukebox. Lads Night Out did not get to the jukebox early enough to load it. Martin not responding well to Rick Astley. Oh, sorry.
It's just been changed, so if it's a bit fizzy and a bit change it.
It's a quality house.
Lucky Mark.
Alan. Yes. Alan, would you just like to use your selective nose to test that? Thank you, that's fine. Just
saying it's wrong.
Just smell that.
And what is it then?
I don't know. It's just been changed. So, I might have just got a gassy out. What do you think?
Yeah, it tastes it, right? I don't know. It's a longer taste. It's something different, really. It's got a bit of. It's got one of those. Yeah, some beers have that unpleasant nose.
Yeah.
Like a sort of. Real eggy.
Yes.
Slightly
It's
salty.
like one of those cheeses that tastes nice to eat, but don't. Whatever you do, sniff it.
Yeah. It's like that sulphurous.
Sorry, viewers. We're just discussing the change of beer to the guest. Skippy now looking to take advantage of Martin's 5. Oh, he's pulled that wide. Just missed. Another rollover. Goodness me. 5 for Skippy. So that means the bowlers in second and third positions have both rolled over. But the Lads Night Out, thanks to Simon at the number 1, besting his opponent by 1. The lads have a 1 pin advantage, 17 to 16. Now, Matthew Wright next. A 5 and a 2. Not his most glorious achievement. Thirsty boy shows his true colours. He's already got his biggest leg score with just the first throw. Oh, just a little nick on the angle. Now then, there is an angle here, but it needs to be incredibly accurate to clear these two. Has he done it? He's taken the 1 certainly. Solid 8. A return to form for Matthew. Stu is up next for the Royal Albrites, coming off 2 8s in his first 2 legs. I've been told off apparently by some of our viewers for only interviewing Matt, but that's because he only comes and talks to me. So I'm going to come and talk to Martin. Martin, 5 8 and 5, a little bit up down, but how are you feeling about the rub of the balls tonight?
The balls are feeling great. Yeah, nice and solid. Don't seem to be coming out of the hand very well though. Not quite sure why that is.
Is this your first match in 2020?
No, I think it's my second. Did you
play last week?
No, not last week. I wasn't partaking in the spectacular win of the lads' night out, unfortunately. That's probably why you won so impressively.
Well, I don't think so, because Matt had a great hand in that, and he's quite frankly fallen apart this evening. But things.
I don't know. I mean, the last score was, it was up there, isn't it? He's pulling the form back there, and he's won his beer leg, which is obviously the most important leg of the evening.
Now, interestingly, both you and Albert have drawn yours. You against Skippy.
It's a rollover.
Well, it's very close between you and your opponent, because you're 5 8 and 5, Skippy's 6 8 and 5. So it looks like it's a good tussle there in the number 3 slot.
Yeah. I'm just worried that my form is going to fail a bit in the next leg, and I'm going to have to buy the man a beer. Could be a little bit difficult with no money.
Wow. Let's hope you're feeling thirsty.
Yes, I am extremely thirsty.
Thank you, Martin. Good luck in the next leg.
Thank you very much.
Now then, Brian Archer for the lads. Has pulled out a big score. Oh, he really played that angle there. Well played. He's taken an 8. Following Matt's 8. Lads have set a target here. After 5 have thrown for the lads, they are on 33 pins. 4 have thrown for the Albrites on 22. Oz here needs to score a 10 to draw things level. He needs a 9 to win his beer. Big, powerful throw, but it went through the gaps and it's cleared only 2 from the rear. Change of side, away from the radiator. Drove it straight down the middle. Now that's an unfortunate split. You don't ever want to see that. He's done very well to pull a 7 out of that. Not enough for the beer. Not enough to recover the pin deficit. So, after 5 have thrown for both teams, it's 29 pins to the Albrites, 33 to the lads' night out. Just the skippers left. Alan's got to set the target. Now, Alan's coming off a 4 and a 6, and quite frankly, a 4 probably wouldn't be enough to put the pressure on Jeremy. What can the skipper do here? Big run up this evening. Beautiful king strike. Unfortunate to only take 3, and then it's left a bit of a zigzag split for him. Lots of gaps here. Taken 2 out. There's a little cluster with the quarter pin on the left as you look at it. Pulled it, unfortunately. 6 for Alan. Takes the lads' pin total up to 39. It means Jeremy needs an 11 for the win It's a good amount of pressure to put on Jeremy. 11 to take the win.
I mean, it's about the leg, good, but I was all over the place there, I've got to say. I don't really like any... The first ball I thought was decent, didn't get enough for it, and then the rest was a bag of shite, really. So I feel fortunate to have 6 out of that, to be honest.
It's been a mixed picture for everyone. No one's covering themselves with glory this evening on the team.
I mean, Brian's got to be sitting pretty 21 now after 3.
Didn't like the 5 though when you saw it.
No, well, you know, but you know, no one's happy. Never be happy.
No. Always, you can always improve, Alan. Always improve. So. No, it's not out of the Beerwoods. Oh, he is now. Just the 1. So there we go. Jeremy couldn't come up with the goods to save the leg, nor could he even draw the beer leg. He's lost that to his opponent, Alan. 5-6. Pin total for leg 3. 34 pins to the Albrites, 39 to the lads' night out. It's on the win for the lads. Currently 4-2. Lads' night out. So, leg 4. Sandra. Been very consistent in her last 2 legs. 2 6s scored. That's a lovely shot on the kingpin. Oh, that was harsh. I think that deserved more than 2. Now the kingpin's been taken, so the angles are rather difficult. Takes another 2 out the back. 4 so far. Now there's a quarter pin on your right as you look at it, our left. She's gone for it, she's gone for it. Oh! Just squeezed past. She's going to be unhappy with that 4. Right. Let's be up next. I'll pass you to Brian for some expert commentary.
Expert commentary from Brian coming up. And that was good, that last round. That was a good one, obviously, because we won it.
No beers bought.
Yeah, no beers bought.
So far.
2 rollovers, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, me and Albert.
I think we responded very well there. I hope everyone agrees. Let's see what Simon can do. Oh, nice. 5 already. 5 with his first entry. Here he goes. Oh, just through the gap. And the 9 is on, obviously. If he hits the kingpin, exactly 39 degrees to the left. No, spotted it. A 6. That's okay. So 2 points in it. And I'll hand you back now to your normal presenter. Well, presenter.
Oh dear.
Guess if you're willing, Jeremy, I'm not going to say no. Guess the finish. Well, that's not...
Well. I think I got away with that, viewers. Certainly wasn't aiming for that last one. I'll take a 6. Heather now for the Albrites. Oh, a delicate throw. Oh, again. Didn't take anything with the follow through. Kingpin is still there, but it's very straight if she wants to take anything out of it. She's gone for it. She's gone for it. Oh, okay, that's good. The straight shot's always quite difficult in Skittles. A solid 7. Heather's doing well. 6, 8, 5 and 7 so far. So after 2 have thrown for the Albrites, 11. That's not out. After 1, a 6 plus whatever Albert can produce. A 6 or more for a pin lead for young Albert, 16 years of age. That's a lovely strike on the kingpin. There's the 6. Now he's left himself a straight shot here, but he's also got the angle. He's got 2 balls to play with. Has he got it? He's gone for the... Oh! Bit tricky to get the clearance here, but hey. Now, interestingly, if he's missed it, so it's 7. Well played out. He equals Heather, and he's rolled over the beer leg again. It's the second rollover for young Albert. The young man rolls it over again.
I love a begrudging pints.
Tastes all the better.
Well, it's 2 bars, of course it does.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's so malty and empty and bitter.
We should just bring some pop.
Now Skippy. Oh, he's driven that through the middle. It's my round, so what do you want?
No, it's mine. No, because you bought them when you arrived.
Not everybody. Only me and the 2 boys. It was a soft one. No, I'll get the next one.
It's good to argue about the round.
Albert, I'll hand over to you for the commentary. It will keep you focused on the game. No.
I don't know if that's wise. Oh, and a miss, leaving with a 6. For Martin to equal, to postpone, or beat to get some beer.
Drink, Albert?
Yes, please.
Remember, no one likes dead air.
Do they not? Could I have half a cider, please? Martin stepping up. Consistently pretty good tonight. So, looking forward, first ball. Nice spin. That he is unlucky to get so little with that. It did.
Albert, do you want something?
Half a cider, please.
That was a lovely shot, Martin. Come on.
Any brand? By the way, you just said that publicly.
I did.
Simon isn't buying an illegal drink. Public announcement.
Toss in the bucket.
And it's, ooh, again, unlucky. It was straight, it should have got more.
The only beer leg loss.
The only, so far, the only beer leg lost so far because,
Is there another roller?
yeah, I rolled over twice. I've rolled over twice.
Be unlucky, mate. Nothing wrong.
First ball. I thought that was.
Yeah.
Honestly, I
Interestingly, same scores after the first 3 legs.
I have to say, I was pleased with your first shot. Were you pleased with your first
I was
shot?
very pleased.
Same shot, same one as you've been doing. As I said, just keep doing the same one. That is all you want to do.
Sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't, but there you go.
The more you do it, the more times it goes well. That's my Skittles rule, basically. So I think you should be happy with it.
Play it till you die.
Yeah, I mean that's the other bit. That's the dark side, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're going to be here basically drawing our pension.
Well, lads, night out aren't the oldest of teams. Yeah. Practically the sprightly young lads of the league. So they've got years in them yet. Up next, Matt. He's had a mixed night, Matt.
Yeah, I mean unusual for him
very,
to be
very
15
unusual.
after 3 here. That is well below par.
It is.
We know, really. But I mean, last week, of course, they did turn it on.
Ooh,
He's been a little bit unlucky there.
that is.
The king pin.
Spot on.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it, Mark. Don't be. You just got to go.
I have to say
Game.
that
And I deserve more. But yeah.
that's.
Yours was exactly the same. Your ball was a perfect strike on the king pin, and it was like.
I'd say that the spare where you get the kingpin, one to the side and then the opposite one at the back, is the worst spare because you can't hit anything after that. You've got nothing to aim for, and if you get it wrong, it just goes through all the
All of
gaps.
the gaps, yeah, exactly.
Still all square. Four players down. 23 pins a beat.
Yeah. Slow skip stick.
Yeah, you need to stick up more, Albert. This boy's just not playing on our advantage tonight.
Ooh, that's rare. but it gets all the way through.
He's not happy. He's not happy about it.
Not happy about it.
No one likes to clear out the middle three, only.
Yeah, I'm not bothered really. She put it in last time.
Yeah, I didn't ask for it, it just came like that. It's the Aussie way.
Because
it's boiling hot over there.
I was going to say, because it's not fucking cold enough or warm enough.
That was a very interesting round. Ending with the 2 like that, pretty rare, but 7 could be worse. For Brian to equal or hopefully one up. Takes a sip.
Alright, you've won your beer.
Exactly. Yeah. Everything that matters is gone.
Yeah. We need 7 to maintain parity here before they're even.
Yeah.
Jezza.
Ooh.
He's evaded the kingpin. We don't like that.
No. I honestly think the most common shot in Skittles is to get it down one of those 2 gaps.
Oh my god. He's done it
Perpetuated by Mr. Brian Archer here.
Is he still going to abandon it? Come on, Brian. I'd appreciate some pins down.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that is a very cheeky 6. Very cheeky 6.
Archer has only got one.
No, Matt, it's a joke. I mean, okay, so there's a meme going around that the balls have taste buds in them, and so you can taste sweet things if you dip your nuts in.
This is a family sport, Albert. And this is going out live on Facebook at the moment.
Hey, it's Matt's fault.
It's alright, I mean the range of the mic's quite small.
Thank you very much.
Handing back over now to your resident commentator, or near enough. Ooh, unlucky with that final ball. A measly 4. Ooh, that is unlucky. That's very doable. Alan has to get 5 to draw or 6 to win the leg and the game. And I'm not going to jump the gun, but I think he's got a good chance.
Now then. So, 34 pins to the Albrites. Lads not out, currently on 29. 3 down. 3 more to win the game. Oh, 5 scored. The game is drawn. 1 more for the win. Come on, Alan. Oh, he squeaks it! He absolutely squeaks it. A win's a win, as they say. 35 pins to 34. 6 points to 4 to the lads so far against the Albrites. The lads have the honour, so let's see what I can do.
I know what I'm going to do tonight. Try the chili sauce.
We should probably get some celebratory crisps.
I'll go next one. I'll go. Does it matter if it's light soy or dark soy? It's your own choice. Oh, and you want to taste. You can add a bit of sesame oil once you go dark.
That's a nice shot there.
It's straightened up. A 7 for me there. I'm happy with that. 32, well above my usual average, which is 28.
9 pins better than last time.
There's my ante. There's my fine. 32 with a fine. I'll take that. 84767. So Sandra currently on 19. 3 2 6s and a 4. 7 was the target I set. This looks good. Oh, just too fine on the king. Not enough meat on it to force it into any other pins. Now, work to do here. Just the one. Now then, decisions. Quarter pin on the right as you look at it, or maybe do you move further to the left? She's changing her position. Looks like she's going to the your right. Oh, unfortunately, it fell out of her hand. 5 scored. 24 pins for Sandra. 2 pins the deficit after the first players have thrown in the last leg. Albert up next. Albert still on a double rollover beer leg. What a great way to finish the game if he can take the beer off his opponent. Disappointing not to get at least 3 with that one, I think. Yeah. I noticed for the second consecutive game a floral top is adorning his shoulders.
I mean,
That's there we go. He enjoyed that. He enjoyed that shot. Through a straw. Oh, that's unlucky. Well played. What a great finish. He's laid down the gauntlet for Heather there with that 8. Albert finishes on a 30. There's no one can say anything against a 30. It's the score we all aim to hit if we can. 30 plus is where we're looking. Now then, what can Heather do? Can she also score an 8 and roll it over to the now traditional arm wrestle for the beer? Oh. Just found the gap there. Now then, she's pulled it again. It's going to be very difficult, not impossible, very difficult for her to now get an 8 to roll it over again for sure, but no, it's all over. Just the 3 scored. 3 scored, and Albert takes the beer leg roll over. Well played. Heather, I think, will be disappointed. That's put her on a 29. She was definitely on for a 30 plus there. Her previous lowest score had been 5. That's a shame. Now then, Martin. He's looking to find some form back again. 5, 8, 5, and then a 4. That's a good first shot. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Kingpin still available for him. Oh, just missed it. Now then, same shot again, but just squeak it a little bit to the right as you look, left as we see. Now then, the skipper was calling for the ball to be cleared from the gutter. Martin was happy to bowl with it as this flummoxed him. He's taken the 1. 6 good.
You just have to reset, don't you?
So Martin lays down a 28. An excellent score. Nothing wrong with a 28. A 28 with a 4 in your score, you'll take that all day. Now then. 21 pins so far for the lads' night out. Skippy needs to pull something big out the bag as there's only 8 pins on the table after 2 for the Albrites. That's a good start. 5 pins with the first ball. Kingpin available, good angles. Oh, he's pulled that slightly. Going to clear that back pin. There's still a 9 on here. Bit of a pressure shot though. Has he got it? Has he got it? Oh! Found the gap, unfortunately. 6 again. Solid scoring from Skippy. 6, 8, 5, 6 and 6. 31. Martin's 28. Good little tussle between those two. Although lads' night out still with a pin advantage after 3. 21 to the Albrites 14. Now, Matt Wright for the lads' night out. 5, 2, 8 and 6. He's kind of woken up since the beer leg. Big finish would be pleasing to see after his superb 40 last week. That was a bit of violence there. Some aggression into his play. He turns to his team with a little clenched fist, a pumped fist to the team. Now Matthew has indeed stepped up to the mark. He's got a spare. Now in some ways this is quite a pressure shot. You don't want to miss them all with a full deck. He's hit the kingpin. That was really mean. Really mean the way the Skittles fell. Just the 2, an 11 spare though. Great way to finish. A glimpse of last week's magic. .32 scored from Matt. A little light of the 40, but much better than he was on track for if he hadn't hit that spare. Now then, Stu. Stu, the most consistent player today. 8, 8, 6 and 6. Just the 1 with that shot. He'd be looking for a big finish here. Nothing's falling right for the Albrites at the moment. Yeah. Unfortunate there. 5, his lowest leg score of the evening. But still, a very creditable, I'm trying to do the maths, 33. Top scorer so far for his team. And indeed top scorer of any team so far. So, Brian Archer, 5, 8, 8 and 6. Rather like Matt, he sort of woke up after that poor first leg. What can he do now? Nice angle and an extra bonus pin there. This is looking tasty. Could we have a second spare by any chance? No, he's pulled it. He's pulled it. There's still a 9 on here. Just needs to finesse the angles. Has he got it? Oh, that was unlucky. It missed both sides. A very good 7. Good finish. .34 scored by Brian. So far, top scorer for the lads' night out, and probably will be actually looking at Alan's scores. 39 pins to 19. Lads' night out's advantage, plus whatever Hoz can put on the alley. Powerful throw. It's cleared out the middle. There's a 9 here, that's for sure, but has he got the accuracy? We know he's got the power. No, sadly not. No 9 for him. Yeah, strong finish. Another 7. 7, 7, 7, 7 is his last 4 legs. Unfortunately, that 2 with the first means he's only scored a 30. Otherwise, he'd be on for a pushing 40, unfortunately. 26 pins to the Royal Albrites after 5 have bowled. 39 to Lads Night Out. No pressure on the skipper other than his own personal performance. Always looking to make sure his individual averages are looking sharp and clean. That's a mean outcome for that first ball. Kingpin is still available. Looks like he's got it. Quite straight. Bit of a tricky split here. He's probably going to aim for that quarter pin on your right, our left. He is. Oh, unlucky. Finished with another 6.
I can only score 6 tonight.
After his 4 in the first leg, he's pulled in 4 6s to follow it. "28 pins scored for the captain. 45 is the pin tally for Lads Night Out. After 6 they've thrown. Albrites are on 26. Jezza, you require 19. Unlikely, it has to be said, but again, Jeremy, one of the top players in the league, will be wanting to go out well. It's a good first ball. He's left the angle here. There's a spare on. Now then, which way is he going to go? Interesting. No, he's found the gap. That's unfortunate. Is he going to try it again or change his stance? Nope, he's going to go for it again. Has he done it this time? 2 straight. 6 scored for Jez. He's had an up and down at 7, 9, 5, 4, 6. Well, it's time for us to shake hands. 8-2 win for the lads against one of the top teams in the league. We've got to be pleased. Just going to hand you over to Amy now to just walk you through that while we go and shake hands.
That was a brilliant game. The underdogs won. Well done. They're still shaking. And he's coming back.
I'm sorry about that. Amy literally ran out of things to say.
I did.
When you hold
We'll just talk to Brian, 34, top scorer in Lads Night Out. How you feel? Obviously a slightly below par first.
It was a slow
first
start,
score with a
wasn't
5, but then 8, 8, 6, 7. That's pretty consistent high scoring.
I don't get it. Like the first one, the spin went way off, didn't it? And then the second one, the spin went way off. So I thought, no, I'm going to stop spinning on my first ball. And then
look what happened.
It paid off. It paid off, yeah. So no more spinning for me.
No more spinning. No, it's very good. Well played, Brian.
I'm just going to go and put my balls in soy sauce now.
Yes, obviously. Chinese balls is the way
to
forward.
celebrate, yeah.
Well played, 34, top
Thank you
score
very
tonight.
much,
Well
Simon.
done. Matthew, just a word for the watching public. 32, not the top scorer, but pulling out that 11 spare. Little flash of last week's brilliance was suddenly rekindled on the alley. How are you feeling?
Yeah, it was a bit up and down for me personally, but I did enjoy the 11. Bit disappointed with the 2 with the third shot, but you know, what can you do?
I thought very sportsmanlike the way you turned away from the opponents before doing your fist pump, fully shielded from them.
Yeah, I'm
Over
not
the gentleman.
I'm not an in-your-face type of person. More behind your back.
Well played. Very good. Very good. Where's young Albert? Albert, you've got to be pleased with that. 30 scored. 1-4, but otherwise the 6, the 5, the 7, 8. What a fantastic finish, though. That double roll over beer leg.
I was so happy. The second ball on the last leg was absolutely magical. It just did all the things.
There was a look of disbelief on your face.
Honestly, when I hit that, I was like, I might get like 2 or 3. No, just every single pin in the blooming thing.
It's always nice to finish the game with an extra score, and it turns out that somebody has to the double roll over beer leg. Well played, 30.
Thank you very much.
Score. Thank you. Having a bit of a roll. I think it's the floral knitwear, because this is the second week we've had a floral print jacket.
I think so. Yeah.
Got to keep it for next time out. Ben, we just thank you there. The sticker up of the unsung hero of these events, although we do pay you, so let's not over-egg it too much. What did you think of the game from your the dirty end of things?
Well, you were on the first leg, and I thought I'll keep track of the scores on my phone, and I just saw the points go up. Lots of pins to stick up.
Disappointed not to be selected this time around. Are you looking to edge your way back into the team?
I'll be here next week.
Good man. Thank you very much for your efforts. Well played. We'll just have a word with the skipper, Alan. If we could just tear you away for the live public, the Skittles fans who just want to.
Pleased with that. I'm going to say I'm very pleased. I mean, look, we all turned up tonight. I think that's the thing. All 6 players turned up. Low score from me and Martin, 28. That we're all happy. I think both me and Martin might have deserved a cheeky pin or 2 more. So yeah, I just thought it was a nice game. We do like playing the Albrites. It does bring out the best in us quite often.
I think you're right. We reflect back on our perhaps most glorious skittling situation where we knocked out the Albrites, as was the old Albrites, in the first round of the Knockouts Cup, much to their chagrin.
Back in 15-16.
Back in 15-16, and then went on to win the entire competition.
Well, once you've taken down the big beast, you're all right, aren't you? So, but yeah, I was pleased with tonight because we rattled them. I just think you rattle them, and then it's all up for grabs now, I believe is the phrase, isn't it?
I think the key with the Albrites is that early win, that first leg.
They're
shake
not comfortable. Yeah. They were angry, but they were almost too angry.
They don't enjoy coming from behind, do they?
I mean, that's a whole other question, Newt. But anyhow, let's enjoy it. Let's bask a little in tonight's game.
Let's bask in the victory. Also remind anyone who's watching to share and like, please, and comment
and subscribe.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, there you go. So I'm just going to go. It's the end of the live stream now. I hope you enjoyed that. There'll be more live Skittles over the next few weeks. If you're in South Oxfordshire, the area, and you want to come and enjoy some of this, as you can see, we don't take it too seriously. Well, maybe sometimes. We do have fun. Go to abmskittles.com. You can find out more. If you've got a few people who you think you can bring together, let us know. We'll put you in touch with the committee or ourselves. We'll maybe organise a little exhibition game, see how it is. Come and see Dave. You can see him in the background there, look, polishing his bar. Anyway, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time for more live Skittles. Good night.